Hey guys, Dr. Bulma here, and joining me is my AI robot, Pip.
Are you the blue fairy?
Don't make references to that
Oh yeah.
film.
Anyone remember artificial intelligence?
Hope you don't.
Yeah, if you don't watch it.
Don't.
If you're really want to horrify yourself, go watch like the Nostalgia Critic review of it or something.
Yeah, what it was by Spielberg.
I believe so.
Yeah, and it was
Stanley Kubrick
yes.
film originally before he passed away.
Yeah.
Something to that effect. I don't pretend to be a film aficionado.
But we are back with some more Little Nightmares.
Woo!
Ugh, I don't know if I could be that excited.
Well, yeah, I know, right? Well, this time we're doing a pre-recorded because I was a little embarrassed about my little girly scream, and
I don't think it was bad.
Yeah, no, everyone's like, oh no, it was funny, Pip, and I'm like, no, it wasn't. It's not happening. And so we did a pre-record, and good bully on me because I definitely did a couple more girly screams this video while I was playing.
That's the fun part.
No, that's what my daughter said. No.
Well, found out that our sack man is named Six. So, that's nice. I'm still gonna call you Sack Man.
Bulma knows this. She looked up some stuff.
Some stuff.
I know. But I figure we'll just alternate back and forth. Like, we'll do this one pre-recorded, and then we'll, maybe the next one we'll do it live!
Live! I'm still gonna make noises.
I know, they're so creepy.
And plus, like, I don't really remember.
I left in a couple deaths in here, just for shiggles.
I mean, it's just good.
I trimmed them down, a couple of them, just because,
we were trying to figure out the game, you know, they let you figure it out on your own.
There's no figuring it out. I was being a butthead, and I just died, like, 30 times. It was ridiculous.
Well, sometimes, like, a door wouldn't open or something, like...
Hey, there was some jankiness going on, but there was a lot of stuff like this where I was just like, where am I supposed to go? And then he comes and snags me up to do unspeakable things with my body.
I like how they kind of leave it up to you. It's like, oh, the screen went black. What happened? I mean, he's not, like, munching on it.
I think we can all assume it was nothing pleasant.
Well,
I mean, look, he's like wrapping that guy up and sending him on down the line on a meat hook.
Ugh.
And they're hanging people in rooms. And I mean, just look at that face. Does that look like a face that has good intentions? I don't think so.
I'm not gonna go and buy some cookies from him or nothing.
Gonna walk by his stand at the next Girl Scouts convention? That's racist.
Well, so be it. I'm gonna stay alive, you know.
Eyeless people gotta sell cookies too, I guess.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Will you buy my cookies so I can buy new eyes?
Well, you know, I wouldn't feel too bad about just kind of like shimmying away. You know?
Hello, my baby. Hello, my... No. Run away.
I didn't run away. You just kind of like shift to the side, like crab walk to the side, you know what I mean?
Step to the left.
Yeah. Totes.
Take it back now, y'all.
Oh, there are a bunch of shoes. Bunch of shoes in here.
I'm gonna name you.
Which doesn't speak to good things. Like, whose shoes are they? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Are they... They're bigger. Are they bigger shoes?
Look, I'm not trying to make it like super dark or anything, but I seem to recall when I was reading a bunch of books and stuff about World War II that there were also pictures of giant piles of clothes and shoes.
Yeah.
And, you know, it wasn't because they had all gone to the dance.
Yeah.
So... this isn't inspiring much hope.
Not really.
Neither is this.
Oh.
Yeah, so, you know, like, excellent imagery. terrifying as can be.
I like how they kind of leave it up to you. There hasn't really been any cutscenes, right? Like everything, like you're still moving around. Really, most of it is not super. Like you're playing a part in everything.
For the most part. There were a couple like cutscenes, like when it first opened, the video opens up and the guy's like grabbing the other thing and pulling it to himself.
Yeah.
I couldn't move while that's happening, but right after.
Yeah. Ugh. I bet this room smells.
They're not bowling shoes. Maybe?
Oh, why are they moving?
Because there's like a shoe monster in there.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, dude, you just realized it?
It's just like Amnesia.
Yeah,
if anyone else has played Amnesia,
it's on It's on the list.
You know the water part.
Guys,
that's as much as I'll say, because Pip hasn't played it yet.
I mean, eventually, we'll get to all these older games we have. We have a huge backlog of older games.
So many games.
We have a huge backlog of games that are like a year or two old, and 3 or 4 years old.
I mean, and shit, like Amnesia was supposed to be the first game we were gonna play.
Sorry, Steven.
Sorry.
If you're hearing this.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Time to book it past Jimmy.
Jimmy Longarms. That's your name. I was trying to think of a name for him.
I don't want to use my other name that I have for the Bloodborne characters. So it's a wee bit inappropriate.
Why you don't have a Jimmy Longarm?
No,
What are you
I
saying?
have a Timmy.
Oh no, but a Jimmy Longarm.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yo,
It's different.
This could be like Timmy's dad. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, I'm gonna let you in on the inappropriate joke. Don't judge me harshly, okay?
I feel like we might, maybe not.
We haven't been there. We haven't been there in Bloodborne, so I'm gonna make the joke way prematurely. But there's a part in Bloodborne where these dudes.
It's in the DLC.
It's in the part of the DLC. Whoops! And he just snagged me up. I was like, where are you going? But there's a part in the DLC where these.
It's right before Maria. What is that her name?
Yeah.
It's right before Maria.
Yeah, before the Maria fight, all the dudes that are walking around.
They're slugging her.
Yeah, they're like slugging around. They like kind of wave their arms at you very peculiarly and run at you.
So.
And in an effort to make some people laugh, I would call them Timmy Tart Hands.
It's Timmy Tart. Who comes running at you?
Yeah, Timmy Tart Hands. I know it's not appropriate, guys. Don't you know? But there it is.
And there's his dad.
And then there's his dad.
Ugh.
Tommy Tart Hands.
Jimmy Longarms. I'm not letting that go. That's stuck with me.
Tommy Tart Hands, Timmy Tart Hands.
Either that or we can call him Sam Bob.
You know, I was gonna say that's so inappropriate, and then I was like, just shush, Pip. Just move on.
I burp when I'm nervous.
Move on, just like
That's why I burp all the time.
Just like Long Arm Jimmy. Long Arm Jimmy's moving on. Let's all move on with him.
Is this like another playroom? I don't like the playrooms.
I'm very terrified of the whole aesthetic in general. Something about it's very oppressing, and the music and the background noise.
I heard that the people who made the game, they said they didn't want to classify this game as a horror game, or stealth, because they feel that implies the character has power, and so they like to say this is a hide and seek suspense game, and they don't want to make it like too terrifying, but they definitely wanted you to feel creeped out.
Yeah, I'm definitely a wee bit terrified here.
And it was cool. They actually mixed, they used like trombones and different instruments for the music and the ambience.
And here you go. Bone's got the 107 facts for you guys here.
And then
down.
They also, that mixed in with the creaking of the ship and stuff, like, it works
Spoilers,
really nice.
I didn't know it was a ship.
You can tell by the rock, like, we talked about that last video, I think.
Yeah.
We were like, it's rocking like that.
We did.
I was like,
or
it's
maybe
not a
we talked
spoiler.
about it while I was recording this bit, but either way.
Yeah, there was like that one room where the crate, I think it was the first video where the Medusa thing, the Never mind. But, you know,
Either way,
a little cart was rolling back and forth. We're like, okay, we're moving.
take that jar. Thought he could hide from me.
He thought wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's all these little, like, mannequins?
Yeah, like little dolls. I hope. One of those things, you know, you see like the full body skeleton that your professor or such has in the bio class, you know, chemistry class or what have you.
Yeah.
You like to think
Ooh.
that those aren't real fucking skeletons from real people, but I'm here to tell you, in some situations, they are, and they weren't always gotten in clean ways.
The scary door.
The scary door. I don't know about it anymore or anything, but
I think I did remember hearing something like that.
what's his name? What's his name? H.H. Holmes, the serial killer, who where was he down in, like, I want to say New Orleans. I might be wrong on that. Okay.
New Orleans.
Either way, he would he set up this big murder hotel, and would murder people and strip them of all the skin and sell the skeletons to college campuses and stuff.
Yeah.
Fact. Like, totes creepy. Totes creepy. So just think, one day, you like to think that wasn't one of those unfortunate souls. Don't think about it too much next in biochem class, eh?
Jeez.
Don't think about it too much in your next class. Then in college.
This has been the Creep Show with Bulma and Pip.
This has been the scary door. You turn left, there's a hallway. You turn right, there's another hallway. You turn around, and there's a scary door.
I'll stop. That's terrible. I'm sorry I'm wasting so much time here, guys. I have to admit I'm a little terrified about running up here with this big...
It's scary!
It's scary. I'm a little wussy.
If you guys haven't played this, I definitely recommend it. I admit I haven't touched it yet. I'm kind of scared to play it, but that's the fun of these games, you know? And it's not all these, like, stupid jump scares. Like what was that one game Angry Joe played? It was really bad. You're just running. I think one of our friends have it too.
Which one?
Like running, like going through a house, and I think it's just different rooms, and like there's like, remember the like creepy like stupid baby doll that was like running down.
First of all,
you know what I'm talking
the Chitlin plays that. It's
No,
called like Spooky
No,
House of Jump Scares.
not that one. Not that one.
What?
Like Chloe plays it.
Ow.
I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm talking about? She was saying something.
Shit.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
You can't name drop stuff unless you have it. Come on.
I was saying, you know, it's not one of those.
Poop.
It's not one of those cheap jump scare games. I like this. It's very creepy, and it doesn't have to do much.
I'm not talking about like Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, not Five Nights, and it's not spooky.
I have no idea what she's talking about, guys.
I'm sorry. I'll try.
She's lost me. I think we all know the gist of what she's talking about. No one likes bad jump scare games. So
Yeah.
Come on.
Try harder.
This is genuinely scary. And some of it's a little jump scary, like, you know, this guy slithering out like a big wet poop onto the floor.
Ugh.
Alien Isolation style. Look at this.
What? Ugh.
Look at that. He could have a slop sound when he hit the floor there.
Oof.
Like a big wet poop.
It is so good.
Like a big wet poop on my life.
Yep.
Hate this guy.
That is an accurate description of this dude.
See, I'll admit the first little bit I was playing this, I was like, oh, I was like jumping when he grabbed me, and I would be like, ah!
Yeah.
By the end of the recording session, I was a little more annoyed than anything else.
Yeah.
Just, by the time I got this part done, I was just annoyed. Because there were a few times when he would just full run, no stop, grab me up.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing I could have done. Like,
Those long arms, man. They're good. Good at snatching up little kids, I guess.
I guess so, man.
Jesus.
Little snatchers. The sequence is so long and terrifying.
Invasion of the Child Snatcher.
Run, little boy.
Run.
Run, he's coming. Oh, God. Oh, no. Is this the death I left in? Will it be? Dun-dun. Dun-dun.
Oh, God.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Okay.
I couldn't figure out that I had to, like, slide through the door at first. So I was like, what the hell?
I think we talked about it. Maybe it was in a stream, but there was a talk of maybe a new Ratchet and Clank, like a remaster or a new game
Ratchet
coming
and Clank.
out. But
Love that game.
whether or not I don't know if that's still a thing, but definitely what's coming out is a Spyro the Dragon PS4 remaster.
Yeah.
Right now.
Didn't we just talk about how a Spyro remaster would be the titties?
Yeah, we were just talking about
And now
that.
what do you know, guys? As if from up on high.
And it's going to be a PS4 exclusive.
I hope you bought a PS4 and not an Xbox.
Yeah, so
You know, I was telling Bulma, I really hate this, exclusive game bullcrap. It's nonsense. We all know it is. We've all said it before. We've all at least thought it. But I will say that I personally got my PS4 for Bloodborne because I was like,
Yeah.
damn, I really want to play this. Nah. It turned out to be worth in the long run. But, but I mean, I had the most buyer's remorse after I first bought it. And I've just had, like, Destiny and Grand Theft Auto 5 and Bloodborne. I was like, oh, this was a terrible mistake. And The Last of Us. I was like, oh, this was a terrible mistake. And then the more I played and the more games I got, it turned out, okay, well, this is begrudgingly worth, I guess.
talk about buyer's remorse. I mean, I bought the PS4 when it first came out. I waited in line and I picked that thing up at midnight, and I only had like Thief and the Assassin's Creed. Is 5 Black Flag? Is that 5? I don't remember.
I
4?
think that's 4.
4. I had Black Flag and Thief.
Yeah, that's
And
4.
I had the Eye and a second controller, bought all the extra stuff, and then my ex stole it. So talk about buyer's remorse. Didn't even have any good games on it, and it got stolen.
That's
I'm
pretty
still
bad.
mad, but
Oh, believe me,
I had my PS3, so I was like, oh, I guess I'll make it.
I had my PS2 stolen a million years ago now. I'm still a little bitter over it because guys, I exaggerate not. I'm about 6'1".
Yeah.
I had 2 stacks of games. Like, if you stacked them up, slim way, they went up to about the top of my thigh.
Jeez.
I mean, they were sizable stacks of games. I had spent years and years and years and years on this collection, and it was stolen from me as soon as I moved into my first place. What a bummer. Yeah. So, and then I won't go too in depth into the story, but I also had an Xbox disappear on me with about after my PS2 stack of games was stolen from me, I'd always been a little heartbroken. And so when I got my Xbox 360, I started trying to get back into the spirit of like, oh, well, I'll start stockpiling all these games, and maybe one day I'll be able to, hand them off to my daughter, and she'll be able to, like my dad gave me a Super Nintendo when I was older. It'd be cool to pass that kind of crap on, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably not a great thing to pass on to your kids. Rather give them a college education and shit, but
Well, this is the real spooky door.
yeah. But And those all disappeared on me as well after I had started to convince myself to start another collection. And so here I am on my 3rd collection of games, starting from scratch. It hurts, folks. It hurts a lot. But inexplicably somehow, my Steam collection has grown mighty! And my PlayStation collection fills the drawer!
Oh God! What?
Yeah.
Boofed it.
Totally boofed it. Wasn't subtle there. Yes, but the Steam collection has grown firm and mighty, and the PS4 collection fills the drawer. Content
Feels
for
good.
years.
Feels good, man.
It does feel good. Feels good. Oh, guys, and after this one, I think we're going to do a double daily upload today. So after you watch this video, expect another. If you're watching this in the future, sorry. Just watch the next video. Watch it. Oh, and now I have to confer with my elder brother on the matter. But I did happen to find an old CD of his that he wrote and produced, mind you. It's a masterpiece, if I do say so myself. Featuring such lovely songs as Boris Stole My Chicks with Dicks video.
Quality.
and Soccer Moms. Now, if I can somehow get my brother to agree to let me show you guys this wonderful, wonderful, truly wonderful music, your ears shall be blessed.
That's good. That's good tunes, guys.
Though the last time I called him and I said, hey man, I lost the copy of your CD you gave me. Is there any way you could like throw me another copy? He gave me a referral to a website where I could buy it. I love my brother. But he's a funny guy.
That's funny.
He's a funny individual.
You can buy it.
Yeah, I can buy it though.
Not anymore since you found it.
Yep, I found it. And hopefully you guys can listen to it and then buy it if you want, I suppose. I told him that's how marketing generally works, you know, you show it to people and then they're like, oh, I love that shit, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
But, you know, what do I know? What do I know just here giving you guys all this juicy content?
Slurp, slurp, slurping it up.
Jeez. Jeez. By the by, we're not asking you guys to buy it either.
Yeah.
The hell. The hell, brother. I hope you listen to this one day. Calling you out. Calling you out anonymously. Using no names. Yeah.
Perfect.
I bet he's so vain he'll think this video was about him.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright guys. I left this in just because it was such a fuck you moment. I couldn't take it out. You ready for this? Are you ready for this? Check this out. What the hell? Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right? Like, door just swings open and swings me off into the freaking void. What?
Yo, Layers of Fear is the game I was talking about.
Layers
Remember?
of Fear?
Yeah, remember it was like...
Oh, don't we have Layers of Fear?
Oh.
We totally
So-
have Layers of Fear. I got it for free for getting Twitch Plus.
Oh, that little Prime?
Yeah, the Twitch
Prime.
Prime thing, they gave it away for free during a promotion.
Ugh.
So, I mean...
Terrible game. Terrible jump scary piece of garbage. Like,
Well, damn, Bulma, we were gonna play it at some point. What are you doing?
ugh.
Now we hardly can without looking
We have
like boobs.
we have two good horror games, the Amnesia 1 and 2.
Yeah, but like, what happens when all the people go wild for the horror and they're like, oh, we love it that Pip's a big baby and he screams. And we need more bad horror games.
Then I guess we'll play a bad horror game.
Y'all aren't getting me to play Five Nights at Freddy's for all the money in the universe. I'm just throwing this out there right now. Don't even ask. No comments. No direct messages. No more systems. God, that movie was so bad. Cool Quicksilver scene though. Whoops! That's how I felt watching X-Men Apocalypse. I was like, this is alright of a Quicksilver. This Quicksilver scene's pretty good, and then they stole me away. They stole my soul. And they cooked me like little boy pie.
That's what we're gonna be if we don't get out of this.
That's what I think it's leading to. Little boy pie. Oh,
Yeah.
look at him. Look at those gropey hands. He's got like gropey uncle hands.
Weinstein version 2.
Jeez.
2.0. Run, you fool!
I couldn't. He was blocking me with his fat hams.
Fat fingers.
His fat hams. They were blocking me. Oh,
I hate hidey holes. Little crawling spaces.
it's all good. We're gonna wreck this guy. He messed with the wrong sack man. No, he messed with the wrong sack man this time.
Indiana Jones!
Totally Indiana Jones.
Ugh.
Sackman's had enough of his garbage. Once I figure out that I'm not supposed to jump through the little hidey hole up here. I thought I was just supposed to ditch him, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, screw you, mister. I don't know. I was gonna say like something about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but then I was like, no, I'm not even gonna. Mr. Rogers is amazing and wonderful and awesome, and had a beautiful soul.
This is
He has a
vile.
mean, horrible, grabby hands. Mr. Rogers didn't have mean, horrible, grabby hands. We just watched. Okay, guys. The rare bit of politicalness I will get just because this makes me cry every time. There's been something talked about how Donald Trump wants to cut funding for PBS and NPR. I'm just saying Mitt Romney tried that too, and I remember signs being about, Mitt Romney wants to kill Big Bird. You don't kill Big Bird, man. You don't kill Big Bird.
I remember that.
But in lieu of this, I went back and I watched the old Mr. Rogers gives his speech to save federal funding for PBS and his show, essentially, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And oh man, the speech he gives, guys, if you want just a good look at what a decent human being looks like, that's it. Just go look it up.
Yeah.
It was in like 1969, I think.
I think it was hard.
I think it was 1969. Either way, Mr. Rogers gives his plea about why they shouldn't cut funding to PBS, and the judge, who is known as a real hardliner, said that he was going to personally watch Mr. Rogers' show, that he would really like to see that, and that he just earned himself $2 million. Personally, like it's beautiful. It makes me cry almost every time. Mr. Rogers, guys. Woo! That's about as political as I'll get here. Mr. Rogers.
Long Arms is dead.
Yeah.
Well, his arms is dead. I'm sure maybe he's around there.
No more Mr. Groper in memory of Mr. Rogers. Daily uploads on the Daily Brief. We out!